Saturday morning, chilling up here at the cabin in the middle of nowhere. We're on about 19 acres out in the mountains, and just wanted to get Henry over here to do some video content for the day, to mix it up a little bit and really get out of my comfort zone, get out of my studio where I'm used to creating a lot of content, really mix it up, get out into the elements, out into nature. My goal with this content is really to connect with our market, connect with our audience, connect with our team, and really connect with myself as well. Because, you know, so many times we're in the day-to-day, I mean, pretty much most of the time, right? We're in the day-to-day of our businesses. We are in the weeds. We are solving problems. We're getting shit done. You know, we're crushing to-do lists all day, every day. And that's a lot of what I do. And it can be really hard to be able to zoom out and create that space to kind of think about the bigger picture. You've heard the people talk about you work in your business and you want to work on your business, kind of the goal. That is, I think, popularized in the book by Michael Gerber called E-Myth Revisited. First business book I ever read, probably back in, 2000, somewhere around there. Talking about this concept of like working in the business as a technician. And you need to be cognizant of that, need to be aware of when you're doing that so that you can also create the space to work on the business. And for me, and I recommend this for anyone out there who kind of feels like stuck, because like a lot of business owners feel like this, where you feel like you're stuck in your business, right? You created this business so that you can have some freedom, maybe freedom of time, freedom of money, being able to make more money, freedom of purpose, being able to do things that fill up your cup and give you more purpose. But a lot of times we find ourselves kind of like feeling in this position where our business owns us and we don't own our business. And so a lot of times for me, that is only possible, like working on the business only becomes possible when we physically change our state, when we physically change our location. So for me, when I was thinking about this next level of content that I want to create for you guys, I want to create for myself, that I want to create for our company, for my personal brand, for our impact, for our legacy. When I was thinking about this content I wanted to create, I knew that I could not create this content very effectively sitting in my studio like you're normally used to seeing me. I needed to create that space. I needed to invest in renting a cabin for the weekend with the family and bring a video guy out here to get some of this content. And it's not only about getting content, that's cool. A lot of this weekend and what I'm doing up here, really just, connecting with family, slowing down, connecting, having real conversations, talking to my wife about what some of our goals are, what some of our dreams are, what some of our targets are for this year, some of the things that we want to do as a family, some of the vacations that we want to take as a family. We're going to go over our core values, our family core values later today to make sure that we are all on the same page as a family, kind of remember, what we're doing and why. Our kids are 8 and 11, so they're at the point where, we're having, not adult conversations, but we're having more grown-up conversations with them about, core values and things that are important to us and why mom and dad do certain things and why we do certain things as a family and why we have certain values and certain guidelines and certain rules as a family, and talking about some of the things that we want to do and trying to teach them, not only teach them, but show them by example of like, hey, this is what happens when we're intentional about what we want, right? We don't just want to live and we don't just want to go through the motions and be busy nonstop. I think that's kind of our culture these days, and we're guilty of that as well. When we're at home, we're just nonstop. There's school, there's sports, there's events, there's things going on. But if we're not intentional about creating that life that we really want, then, we're not going to be able to maximize our human potential. So it's showing ourselves, it's showing our kids that, hey, like we can be, do, and have. I talk about those things a lot. We can be whoever we want, we can do whatever we want, and we can have whatever we want as long as we're intentional about that. And so that's a lot of what we're doing this weekend as a family, just chilling at this beautiful cabin. We got the fire pit going pretty much all weekend. I went out this morning, and basically this Airbnb came with a whole bunch of firewood, and we plowed through that last night, ran out of wood. I went into town and got a whole bunch of wood. So hopefully we're set for the rest of the weekend here. And really beyond the family aspect of it, And from a business standpoint, bringing it back to what I was just talking about, man, like we can work hard, but if we don't create that physical space to be able to dream bigger, to be able to just, hey, like what is really possible? Like, let me get out of the weeds. Let me get out of the day to day and really get some good sleep, get some good water, get some good coffee or whatever does it for you, whatever puts you in that state where you can become that visionary and think like a visionary. We need to create that space. And if we don't, again, we're going to work hard no matter what. We want to make sure we're working hard toward the right things. And sometimes like in the day to day, it's really hard to like dream big, right? Because we're solving little problems, we're tending to little things here and there. And it's really hard to be able to dream big. So if you have felt like overwhelmed, if you feel like burned out, if you feel like you're working hard and sometimes you feel like you're on that hamster wheel of life and business and you're just working your ass off and feel like you're not getting anywhere. Sometimes I use the analogy of like running through quicksand, just like running really, really, really hard, expending a lot of energy, and you feel like you're running through quicksand because you're never really like making progress. And dude, like I've been at this entrepreneurial game for over 11 years now. So trust me when I tell you, like I know exactly what that feels like to be working your ass off, to be feeling like you're on that hamster wheel, never really progressing. I recommend creating that space. And it doesn't have to be, at a cabin in the woods. It can be just, blocking off some time in your calendar to, maybe go to a coffee shop or go to a co-working space or go to a different working location, even in your home or in your office or whatever it might be, shutting off notifications, letting everyone know what you're doing and creating that time to think as a visionary. It's not only going to help you achieve more, it's going to help you be able to pour into your team, be able to pour into your family, be able to have a bigger impact on your community, your market, your following, whatever that might be for you. It doesn't need to be like having a big, impact on the entire world, right? It can just be about your family, your people, your team, yourself, and being able to have that impact. Yeah, we're gonna create a bunch of content today. Henry's here for a few hours. We got a couple different topics that I wanna touch on. And really, I wanna get a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more, I wanna be able to connect with you guys and give you kind of a more of a behind the scenes about, what goes into the mindset, what goes into content, what goes into business, what goes into dreaming and creating the business that we want and creating the life that we want. Because man, we only have one go at this life, right? And you might think you have a lot of time, but man, if you're like me, I know I have a lot of time left in this life, but I want to accomplish a lot of things. And I want to make sure that, when I, put my head down and go to work every day, that I am working on things that are important to me and my people and are important to the mission. And as always, I want to share a lesson with you guys as far as content, okay? A lot of people might look at me and say, oh, it's easy for Joe. He's, a natural getting on video. And I'm really not. Like, I'm an introvert, guys. Like, after this few hours of shooting content, I'm going to be wiped out. Like, I'm going to be exhausted. I'm going to be sitting by the fire and just chilling, probably maybe taking a nap. I don't know. But like, this stuff is not something that comes naturally to me, but it's something I've been doing over the years because I see and I experience and I live the impact that it has on all areas of my life and hopefully for you guys as well. And in 2024, I talk about this all the time. If we want to kind of shift this conversation more toward marketing, in 2024, man, like we've got to get out if we want to grow personally, professionally, our businesses, if we want to be able to attract more customers, want to be able to attract more team members to join us on our mission, we've got to get out there and got to get out of our comfort zone and get on video. We work with contractors and we talk with contractors. We talk with companies every single day, like literally every day. Myself, Elizabeth, Benny, Sydney, all of us on our team. And the common question is like, yeah, how do I stand out? How do I differentiate? What's it gonna take? I've been doing this marketing, I've been doing this advertising, I've been spending all this money, and like what used to work really well and what used to be kind of easy in terms of marketing is no longer working as well as it once did. Joe, what do I do? Elizabeth, what do I do? How do I break through that noise? And we'll do an audit. We'll go through social media, we'll stalk you on social media, we'll look at your website, we'll look at your content and things like that. And pretty much, I could say 100% of the time, our recommendation to you guys is more of this, more faces on video. A lot of you guys are out there marketing and it's like, if you're hiring someone else to do your marketing, it's like some generic stock photos. It's like graphics that are made on Canva. Maybe it's some generic like video content even that you're kind of like renting or buying somewhere else. And it's not yours. It's not your company content. And in today's day and age, like there is so much freaking noise out there. Like we are hit with thousands and thousands of marketing messages every single day. And we've got to stand out. Not only do we have to stand out, but the level of skepticism in humanity in general today, the level of distrust, the level of skepticism, because, you know, there's fake news out there, there's mainstream media, there's AI now, like the level of skepticism has never been higher, right? So it's gonna be hard to cut through the noise with generic video content, with generic, stock photos, with graphics. The way to cut through and build that connection, build that authenticity is exactly what I'm doing now with video content. So you guys have to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to create a plan. Reach out to myself or one of us here at Contractor Dynamics. We can help you kind of create that plan. You're gonna have to create some time, okay, to get this kind of marketing done. We can no longer just say, hey, I've got a marketing problem. I just wanna pay a sum of money to generate leads or generate customers or recruit team members. We can no longer do that. We've got to be investing time into doing this stuff, okay? There's always an investment of time, energy, and money into marketing. Too many companies just want to throw money at it and expect to get results. And guys, I don't want you to do that. Please do not do that because you'll waste your money. You've got to be investing time into this stuff. To give you a nugget, for 2024, you're gonna say, hey, Joe, what's working with marketing? Like, how can I really cut through the noise? How can I really connect with my market and grow my following and generate leads and generate customers and attract top quality team members? You've gotta get your face on video. And if it's you as the owner and you don't wanna be the face of the company, that's completely fine. Find those people within your organization that are going to be comfortable doing that so that you can build your brand and you can continue to grow your company and build a business that you really wanted when you first started out. I'm excited to have you guys on this journey today with our content. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna be outside, inside. We're gonna be talking about some different topics, personal development, marketing, business, dreaming big, all sorts of things. So thanks for coming along the ride.